Okay, good morning. All right, so I read the comment section. I went against all the Chucky 2009 recommendations not to read the comment section, but I had to do it. I just had to see how many asinine idiots that are out there. And there's a fair few of you. And, you know, you may think that you're helping, but you're not. They don't make adapters to go from 7/8 O-ring to 3/4 O-ring. They don't make them. They don't exist. What I ended up doing, and you saw that in yesterday's video, I think. Did you see that in yesterday's video? Maybe it was the day before's video. It was the day before video. Yesterday I didn't post anything worth watching. But anyway, people watched it anyways. Thank you. Ended up making new hoses, and then of course the John Deere Power Beyond that I have had a different style. So I'm dealing with that yet, but it's okay. I will survive. Enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you. All right, where is this thing at? Because, well, let's see what we got. What's this one? Ooh. Okay, so this is, let me see it. This is the one that was for my mother's lawn tractor, garden tractor. I don't need that. This is the one that Timothy just went and got. Lawn and garden. Signal valve. Does it look any different to you guys? Wait a minute. Here's the one that actually came on there. And this is the one that they sent us. Turn it so sideways. You can see the difference right there. The tip is just a little bit shorter, and this rib is a little more narrow. And believe it or not, the son of a bitch actually fits in there. Can't believe it. Alright, so he's going to change that out. Do me a favor, when you get that off of there, hand it to me. I'm going to put it back in that cabinet over there. And then we're going to pull this out and see if this thing actually works. You got to pull it back. Thank you. Now, I think you've actually pulled this one out, no? Okay, you're good there. Now, before this thing gets all screwed up. Got it? Yep. Alright. So before this thing gets all screwed up, now I do not have that attached, okay? Before it gets screwed up, you're going to take these hoses out, all of them. You're going to pull them out together straight, and you're going to wire tie them or cable tie them so that they are one unit, all the same length.
Okay.
All right, so I suggest you do that now.
I'll get the zip ties.
The zip ties are over there, so that's what we're going to do. Now, so I told him, red on red. What's he do? He grabs the wrong one and proceeds to shove it into the red one because he doesn't value money. He will value money when he's spending it to repair this thing. All right, so I put nice red tape on here, and I put nice red paint on here, and I'm going to paint it more red in a few minutes when I get it. All of them.
Yes.
All, as in every single one. And this is the return. I even have them here listed, pressure, and I even wrote a nice little P right here. I'm pretty sure. Make sure that them things are tight and even.
The thing is, I don't understand is why they put the hoses on backwards.
What hose is on backwards?
The way the pressure is on the right side and then the returns on the left.
Somebody else said this because now I'm getting confused.
What the fuck are you talking about? The pressure is right where...
This is the pressure side, right?
And
Yes.
on this side.
Yeah, but why couldn't it be on
I
this
didn't hook... Look, you're the one that put these two together. You could have changed it if you wanted to. You did it, not them.
side? Well, I couldn't because the hoses were...
You gotta work with me here, bud.
So, anyway, I don't like getting upset. You're gonna, when you think you're done with those, you're gonna add more.
We're just getting the ones on here.
Right. You're gonna leave with about a foot of those at the end without any wire ties, but so that you can work with them. And they need to be a snake so that they actually fit. And then I think what we're gonna do, because we don't want this to hit here, because what happens with these hoses is they always fall down onto this bolt, and then that bolt chews the casings off, and then they get they rust, and then next thing you know, you're spending $350 on hoses again, and that's never okay. So what I think I'm gonna do here, because I just don't like this idea here. We can't use the jack or whatnot, but we can
I don't want to weld anything to it because it is brand new, and it kind of annoys me that I would have to do that. But I could very easily weld a piece of square tubing, heavy walled square tubing from here up, and then make a clamp so that that thing is centered on there, and then it'll be out of the way of the jack, and it'll be right in the center of the tractor. I think that there should be some, I think it should be center. This is going to cause problems. I can tell that wheel is going to come across here, and it's going to hit that rub plate, and we're going to have problems. So yeah, I'm going to figure something else out other than that. I like it, but I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like it, but I don't like it. But anyways, I'm sending the boys down to get some steel to work on the bail grab. I have to go with William to the doctor, and that's what's going to happen. So I do have enough scrap steel around here in places. Okay, so I just want everybody to understand this is the hitch for this ginormous machine, okay? There's two halves of this thing with a piece of heavy walled pipe that's there and two bolts. This goes over the top like that, and it's basically just a sandwich between the drawbar and those two pieces of metal by use of this bolt. Now, the bolt is pretty close in size. I don't like it. I don't think it's going to be strong enough to do what I need it to do. So what I'm doing, it's quite easily explained, I guess, so people that think that I'm a jackass and don't think that I'm building this correctly, I may be a jackass, but I'm going to build it correctly anyway. What I'm going to do is actually utilize both holes here and that big bolt pin there. I'm going to use a piece of 3.5 inch by 1/4 inch, because this is 3.5 inches, okay? So that distance is 3.5 inches. You can't dispute it. So I got a piece of 3.5 inch 12, or 3.5 by 3.5 square hollow tubing. And I'm going to use heavy wall pipe, or I'm going to use flat washers that I weld to make a cylinder. And I can show you how to do that when I'm doing it. I'm going to use both holes because I just think that single hole design is silly. This is the same exact hitch design that was on the HD4 SR that never worked. It just never worked. And now I'm going to do twice as much material with this machine with the same hitch style that never worked correctly anyway. So I'm changing that, and that's what I'm doing right now. So just playing a little catch up here before I go into high speed. This is a piece of half inch by 3 inch wide, not 3.5 inch, 3 inch wide. The 3.5 inch stuff, the 3.5 by 3.5 is really so I get a nice bead of weld down the side of it. I have tacked these two together to make them a solid piece, and me and Mr. Joseph here are going to use our handy dandy hole saw, our Milwaukee hole dozer, and I got my special sauce there that Joseph is going to be squirting onto here to actually drill the hole. Now, this will drill clear through to the other side, which will center the hole dozer. But I don't really want to run it all the way through a full inch of steel. So what I'm going to do, when that gets out the other side, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to cut halfway through, flip it over, pick out the piece of steel, and then run in from the other side, hopefully not having any problems. So I have my, what is this thing? Duracraft Industrial. I've seen a lot of these things over the years, and they work. They just work. So I'm going to put this up on the stand here. Joe is anyway, and we're going to go for it. think I'm done. My battery's dead. Okay, so anyway, now, don't take this the wrong way if you're from corporate, okay? It's not funny, it's funny, but it's not funny. Corporate, this needs to go. It's useless. Once upon a time on my HD4 SR, which I've owned for 18 years now, I had one of those things. It was a 6-bale stacker, and it was a piece of shit. It was a piece of shit then, it's still a piece of shit today. The problem is, that thing will cause, when that breaks, this bolt falls off or shears off, then it snaps the big bolt and the tongue wants to go right up there. Well, that's where I sit, and I don't like that. So I've designed something that I'm more than willing to allow you to copy, and it's much better than what that thing is. And honestly, it really didn't cost much money. Still the same size. Right here. I haven't tightened it down yet because I just got done building it. She's still just a bit warm. As you can see, I actually put 1/2 inch by 3 inch flat iron welded in there so that I don't crush the square hollow tubing. At 3/16, I think it's 3, that's 1/4 inch. So it's 3.5 by 3.5 square hollow tubing with 3 inch by 1/2 inch thick flat metal with the 1/2 inch, is that 1/2 inch? Yeah, 1/2 inch by 3 inch inside there, welded fast so that I can't crush it with those to the drawbar. That way, there's 2 3/4 inch bolts instead of one stinky little 1/2 inch bolt. Stinky 1/2 inch bolt breaks, it's junk. Don't do that. So anyways, we're going to torque these things down on here. This will work better than that, all right? Don't take this the wrong way. I just think you're using an antiquated design, and this is going to work better. So I even made it fancy and boxed it off in the back to add strength, you know, because I like strong stuff. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to tighten that thing down, these first, and then the big boy. And yes, everything's working there just fine. So let's say we get this going. Oh, this thing tightened up, right? Isn't that what you said? This tightened up?
Yeah, for one side.